enter X guard, there's 4 basic arrangements, right? 2 things you could be doing with your head and shoulder position, and then two basic variations for your feet. So I'm in X guard on Alex. I'm under the hips. My knees are wide. My hooks are flexed, and I'm solid here. This is your basic X guard, right? So we've already described the foot position and having your ear and your shoulder pinched to control the top leg. And this is the best spot to hit a sit-up sweep, a knockback sweep, and it's the position that you're going to enter from the most often. Okay, you can also have an overhook. It's definitely not as powerful. Okay, when you have that overhook, somebody backstepping is much, much easier. Okay, and the transition to K guard is a little bit more difficult if they do backstep. Like if I'm in an underhook and he still manages to backstep, it's a lot easier for me to switch my foot and come into a secondary attack. Okay, so we got to be aware of that. Now, if I switch my feet, I'm now in reverse X guard. And overall, it's probably not as strong a position, but when you get someone's hand to the mat and they walk back to you, you can elevate them and you can get them into the saddle. So that's a really good attack for that context. So the regular X, I'll be doing the sit-up sweep, sometimes going a crab ride, right? And if he sits down low, maybe taking him backwards. Okay? If I'm in reverse X, it's pretty much going to be the honey hole entry, right? And if I have an overhook, I'm going to look as often as possible to grab that other leg. With the other leg, it's going to be easy to sweep, even if I don't have the under. Okay. Now, from this position, sometimes we're extending and we're popping that leg over and we're ending up here. You can go right to crab ride, but there's a lot of entrances where you may have ended up here anyway. Okay? So this is your Ushiro X guard, right? And again, you could have either grip, and from here, it's less important, okay? I still prefer my underhook, but if you have your overhook, escaping for your partner is a little bit more difficult, okay? How your partner is generally going to escape this position is by backstepping, okay? But this time they're going to have to backstep all the way around to get both their feet on the same side of your body, okay? So that gives you a little bit more to work with. They have to do more to get into a good position. Okay? In this position, you're not as strong for like sit-up sweeps, obviously. You're not as strong for knockback sweeps, okay? But you're very good to go to crab ride. Okay? So anytime you get into the Ushiro position, crab ride is a great option. You also have the Ushiro X in the reverse X variation, okay? And this time, again, if their hands are on the mat, you can let go and you can go on ankle, okay? So you have the reverse X where you can pretty much always put the person in a honey hole if their hands hit the mat, okay? You have the regular X that's good for the sit-up sweep and the knockback sweep. If you're in Ushiro and you have a regular X alignment, right, you're more than likely going to be going to crab ride because it's your best attack. Okay, so we have these 4 variations: standard and reverse X, and then standard and reverse Ushiro X. Okay, and what attacks you're doing, I mean, you could make any of the attacks work from any position, but the ones I showed you are more favorable. They make more sense from those positions.